Seth, we're getting a lot of interference. What's that? We're getting a lot of interference. We are?
We were? Yeah, it was just I turned it down.
Well, folks, just 48 minutes of football remain left in the season of 2023 as we are set to go for the Thanksgiving Day game on WRPS TV. I'm your commentator, Ben Carpini, alongside Harrison Holbrook. We have a matchup between the East Bridgewater Vikings and the Rockland Bulldogs at the Veterans Memorial Stadium. We're just west, actually, of the Rockland High School main campus. We're on top of the booth right now. It's actually pretty warm out. I'd say about 45 degrees, slight breeze. Really not bad out. Great day for football. But as I just said, this is the final game of the season right here. Thanksgiving Day special. This game, it means a lot to a lot of the people who are from Rockland who like to watch this game every year. It's kind of an annual tradition. But right now we're set to go off. That's kicker number 50, Tim Heath. And he squibs that one away, and that one bounces, fielded by Brandon Camo. He's going to take that for himself. Fielded at the 45-yard line, gets tackled at the 50, and Rockland will set up with the football only 50 yards of field in front of them before the goal line. Now, Harry, there's been a bit of concern about Jordan DePina's will he or won't he play, or what position will he play. And the reason I say that is because he took a pretty serious hit against Clinton 2 weeks ago. Sorry, 1 week ago, but it looks like he is fine. He's playing in quarterback position. He's 3 yards shy of 1,200 yards on the season rushing this year, so we'll see if he hits that mark this game. I can't imagine he won't. That's a handoff to Joe Arthur up the middle. Pick up about 4 on that carry.
He's probably the best athlete on that field. And he really is the powerhouse for my offense.
But yeah, 1,200 yards, we're at 1197 right now for DePina. He has 16 rushing touchdowns on the season, about 450 passing yards. DePina's had a really stellar season by most standards, and he's going to try to get 1,200 here, and he will. He's on the move on the left side of the field. He gets a pretty good block, sheds a tackle, and gets taken down at the 35-yard line. And with that, Rockland will have their first down of the game on a Jordan DePina rush. So DePina cruises past the 1,200-yard mark. As we get set for the third play of the game, we'll go over East Bridgewater a little bit. So the story of East Bridgewater is number 13, Chris Owen. And we'll definitely be calling his name a lot. Really good athlete. Had over 100 yards in the first half and 2 touchdowns in the first half in the game versus Abington a couple weeks ago. That's handoff to Erner up the middle. He's going to be stifled in the game. The yard, if anything, he might have been stopped right at the line of scrimmage. But don't be surprised if I'm calling number 13 Chris Owen for DB tonight. I should say tonight, this morning. He's a very talented football player, very good athlete. But there's also other studs on this team, like Gavin McLeod, number 1. I'm sure we'll be calling his name a lot. And obviously the quarterback, number 8, Ethan Pohl, we'll be calling his name a lot too. But East Bridgewater, I think, is very similar to Rockland. As DePina is going to line up in the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers left. He's going to motion Terran Williams, and he'll hand that off to Erner on the right side of the field. He trucks through the linebacker and gets that ball to the 29-yard line.
His first 2 plays is definitely very different football from what we saw against the almost don't remember Rockland game.
Yeah, Rockland's offense was really rough around the edges in that game. We didn't score a single touchdown that game offensively. The only touchdown we scored was on special teams. Definitely not one of Rockland's best games, not something that Rockland wants to remember. QB keeper to the left side of the field, that's Jordan DePino on the carry, and he will go down, taken down by quite a few Vikings. And it looks like that ball is going to be spotted at about the 23-yard line. East Bridgewater this year, they're 3-7 on the season. 0-4 in league play. Rockland didn't fare much better. They're 6-4 on the season, but 1-3 in the South Shore League. Both teams, I would say, kind of having an off year for the program. These are very historic teams. Their rivalry runs pretty deep. So, not the greatest year for the Bulldogs and the Vikings, but kind of a battle of the history here. So that's a jet sweep to Terry Williams. He cuts back up the middle, and he gets taken down for a gain of about 3.
Looking through the recent history of this game, it seems that it almost goes either way. I'm excited to see how it'll go for Rockland.
Well, over the last 10 meetups in the Thanksgiving game, going back to 2011, and that's because we didn't have a game in 2020 due to COVID. Our record in our last 10 Thanksgiving games is 5-5, so you would think it's pretty split even. Rockland's won 4 out of the last 5 Thanksgiving games, and the only reason they lost was in 2021. They played their JV players because the week after was the Super Bowl. Jordan DePino had a QB keeper up the right side of the field. He was past the first down marker and gains about 2 yards after. But yeah, Rockland in the Thanksgiving game in recent years has had a lot of success, but over the last 10 years, it's definitely been a much more even matchup between the two teams.
Dogs will have first and goal from the 10.
Team is going to trot out to the huddle. It is worth noting, actually, that Rockland is 8-10 all time the last 10 years. That's including regular season and postseason games. But since 2017, Rockland's 6-2. So again, long time history. Rockland's not so much in a great position. But if you look in recent history, as DePino's going to take that up the left side of the field, truck through a couple of defenders, and get that ball to the 6-yard line, maybe the 7 was securely spotted. But the story of this matchup between Rockland and EB is really that over the last 10 years, it's been much more split even, but over the last 5 or so years, Rockland's definitely been the dominant factor in the matchup. That's what I would say at least.
Yeah, especially out of the last 5 Thanksgiving games, 4 of them have been won by Rockland. That's a pretty significant statistic, especially considering the one lost was, again, like you said, due to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we were playing JV players, so it's no wonder that we lost that game. DePino's out of the shotgun. Erner to his right. He's going to motion Williams from left to right. And fake jet sweep. He'll take that for himself. Will he get into the end zone? He cuts back in. It's really close. The refs don't signal anything yet. But Rockland, of course, signaling touchdown, and the refs, at least one ref says touchdown. They're going to spot it just shy. It's going to be about half a yard short. So Rockland will have one more chance to score this on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, DePino, I believe it was last week we played Clinton. Was it 2 weeks ago?
It was 2 weeks ago.
Right before the second half, right before the end of the first half, I should say, DePino took a really big hit on the right side of the field, on the near side of the field, right by his own 30-yard line. He was absolutely thrown to the ground. And apparently we're still kind of reeling in from that injury a little bit, is what I've heard through some channels. That's a great touchdown. Jordan DePino on the carry. And he's already up to 17 touchdowns this season. Like that score right there.
Whatever injury he may have.
Looks like it's not affecting him, yeah. That's his 17th touchdown of the season. And I have to imagine he's probably at about 12, 20 yards on the season. And the reason I'm talking kind of in all season stats is because it's just really impressive to see how in just 10 games, I believe, Jordan DePino he's averaging about 7 yards per carry. That's really good for a high school. Joe Erner not far behind him, about 5.2. Really talented runners on this football team. Common, DAT is up, and that one will go right through the uprights. So, 6 minutes to go in the first quarter of football. Rockland is currently up 7-0. And Harry, I'll say this much, that's a pretty good start for the Rockland offense that is looking to keep their win streak.
I feel like it was heavily aided by that
That's a good assessment, Harry. You got to remember that onside kick, you don't see that very much to start off the game, even at the high school level, an onside kick. But that's set up Rockland with really good field position. Props to Brandon Cabell for fielding that ball, gave us about 5 extra yards on the carry. So, we have really good field position to start that off, and I can't imagine that Rockland will do the same with an onside kick. But back deep to receive for East Bridgewater is one sole deep receiver. That's number 5, Dennis O.W. for East Bridgewater. And off to kick this ball away, of course, number 12, Jay Common. We've seen him all season. Very talented kicker, one of the premier kickers of the South Shore League. That kick is low to the ground, fielded at about the 37-yard line, and number 4 will take that up the middle, and he will go down. That's Brennan Shea. He's a senior for this East Bridgewater team. And to start off East Bridgewater's first time on offense, they'll get the ball at about their own 45-yard line.
Jacob Common is really a stellar kicker, especially on PAT attempts. I believe he's only missed 1 out of this entire season.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Common has been a very good kicker, and even when he does miss, it's not because of him typically. It's usually because there's an issue with snapping. Very good kicker. He's worked on his game a lot since last year. So to start off, Ethan Pohl is going to take that handoff out of the shotgun, hand off to number 34 for East Bridgewater, and he will get that ball after a gain of about 6 or 7 yards to the far sideline where he is tackled out of bounds. Number 34 is James. This morning for East Bridgewater, I was expecting to see number 13. Takes the snap, play action. That one's going to go out to the far left side of the field to Gavin McLeod, and he gets pushed out of bounds after gaining about 3 yards on the short screen pass. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up, but there is a flag on that. We'll see if our referee mic is working. You guys will hear it live on TV if it is working. If it isn't working, we'll obviously relay it to you guys. So, ref mic didn't work, but that's a face mask on number 56, Rami Asor. So, instead of it being 3rd and short, they'll instead gain 15 yards on the penalty calls. So, that decent field position turns into very good field position. These players, which is now going to be spotted. It is working. That's actually really cool for that to be working. And they're fighting on the little scrum on the left side of the field between the sword and one of the offensive linemen, number 59, which is Devin Blair, sophomore, left tackle. But it looks like they're going to handle it. Standard defensive look for Rockland. It's a 5-2 defensive look. And of course, by that I mean 5 defensive pass rushers, 2 linebackers, and 4 defensive backs. And they're going to have to stop the game here. Refs are talking to Coach Corey very quickly. And play will presumably resume here. So it's 1st and 10. East Bridgewater has the ball at Rockland's 32-yard line. After that face mask call on Rockland, they're going to have pretty good field position nearing the red zone. There's Pohl. Snaps the ball out of the shotgun, hand off to number 34. He goes down. Madden gets taken down in the backfield. Sam D'Souza is going to get a good tackle for loss there. Great tackle by number 77. And that's what you want to see from your senior guys, right? You saw them when they were doing point toss, and all the seniors from all the teams are out there. This is their last, for some of them at least, this is their last 48 minutes of football that they'll ever play. So this is a really meaningful game, even if it doesn't actually equate to anything. That's another handoff. That's first time tonight. He is taken down in the backfield at the 31. Joe Blair. A tremendous tackle in the backfield. And number 31 gets his first tackle for loss recorded for the day.
But as you're seniors, they're playing tough this morning, I guess. last game. Actually trying to get
Third and 13 goes for the drop back to pass. And it's out right. Now he's going to scramble a little bit. Pressure coming in. Will he get the ball on time? Ball tipped by Dom White. And continued receiver number 9 is Trayvon Austin, senior. Thanks to Dom White's heads-up play. And it's now 4th and 14. Gust of wind. Clear stuff going away. Going away a little bit. What's that?
I think you're doing right now.
Yeah.
That's on YouTube. People are watching it. This actual game is not.
That is
That's
wonderful.
That's touch.
That punt, excuse me, to deal with something real quick. That punt goes into the end zone, and Rockland will get the ball at the 20-yard line. After that punt is touched back in Rockland's end zone.
That was some very good defensive work by Rock. The pressure they were putting on that quarterback was very strong during the 2 sacks. So.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. Rockland's defense right there really showed up when they needed to. Sam D'Souza obviously tackled for loss, and then Joe Erner flew out of nowhere like Batman, was able to make that tackle. Really good job by Erner. And obviously led to a punt. DePina out of the shotgun, trips right formation, and Terry Williams in the backfield, but he'll take it for himself instead, and he'll gain about half a yard on a very short carry. Terry Williams in the backfield, we don't typically see him there unless they're going to give it directly to him, and it's worked out well when he is in the backfield. Williams has about 330 rushing yards on the season. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that number is about right. We have really only started to see Williams be used in this capacity probably in the last 4 games. So another chance for our referee Mike to work there. We have 3:15 yards after that face mask call. But yeah, as I was saying, we've only seen Williams being used like the way he is probably in the last 4 weeks or so. Williams has become a much more utilized weapon as the season has gone on. DePina out of the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers left. That's a handoff to Joe Erner on the left side of the field. Outside run. He tries to truck through an East Bridgewater defender and picks up about 3.5 yards and a bit of squabbling going on down on the field. Obviously have to imagine that during a big rivalry game. It doesn't happen.
I'd just like to answer a question for the YouTube live stream. There is a video to the game. It's on the local Rockland channel. Not channel, but TV station. So go to your local access, and I believe it should be on.
Yeah, I want to say it's channel 230 for Verizon. I don't know what it is for Comcast. But DePina's going to be out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left, none right. Terran Williams motion. Fake jet sweep, handoff to Erner, left outside run. He's got Rome on the left side of the field. 35-yard line. That's a good run of about 13 yards and sets up Rockland with yet another first down. So number 31 on his way to having a big game alongside number 2, Jordan DePina.
This is very reminiscent of the Rockland we saw in the early parts of the season, where they're just piercing through and the defense is swallowing them up.
Yeah, Erner's usage has kind of been on the opposite of Williams. His usage, I feel like, has gone down as the season's gone over. Williams motion, jet sweep to the right side, gets a block from Erner, and he's just going to try to cut out right, use his speed, cuts back in left, and gets tackled after a gain of about 8.5, 89 yards. But yeah, Erner's usage has gone down as Williams' usage has gone up, which is unfortunate because, you know, when you got 2 very good qualified players, there's only so much football to be played, so someone's going to get more snaps than the other. But I've still been very impressed with both of them. Terran Williams, a South Shore League All-Star, along with his quarterback, Jordan DePina. Handoff to Erner, runs it up the middle, and he'll pick up the first down and about 2 extra yards. Not much to be said on that carry other than good first down by Erner.
Official spot is at 24-yard line, first and 10.
And the big name to watch on this defensive unit for East Bridgewater, Malik Beljean, number 52. He's a senior. He's, without question, the biggest guy on this defensive line. I would really watch him in his matchup with Jack Sullivan and Tommy Sadaman on the left side of the field. DePina out of the shotgun, takes the snap, and he's going to run that one for himself on the left side of the field, cuts out left, and he has run the run here as he's still moving on the left side of the field, gets past the 10-yard line, taken out of bounds at about the 7, and there's still some squabbling going on down near the pylon on the left side of the field. And once again, just seems like this rivalry kind of boiling over. Number 27, Marvelous Pleasant, he's in the game right now. Joe Erner is off the field, he's on the sideline. We'll see how they use him here. We didn't see him really too much this season. I believe it was the Falmouth game where we saw Pleasant really being utilized. That doesn't sound right though. Maybe it was the sandwich game. I don't remember, but it was earlier in the regular season where we saw Pleasant get a couple snaps in varsity, and usually he's used as a blocker, but we'll see if they use him here as a runner. DePina, low snap, gets the ball on the right side of the field. He's gonna have to cut way out right to escape pressure, but he will be taken down for a loss of about 3 yards after trying to evade pressure on the far side of the field. That's gonna set up second and about 13, second and 12.
Marvelous Pleasant, he's a freshman kid.
Yes, he is.
Ball spotted out to 17 yards. Second down, 13 coming up.
I'd almost try to have that one doing the game. And like,
Yeah, I'm sorry. If you guys are watching this on Instagram or YouTube, we're having a couple technical difficulties right now. I believe we're really only capable of showing us commentating right now. We're not able to show the field entirely, I don't think. So that's actually not my department. But we'll keep you guys updated if we hear any info on how we can help you guys. DePina out of the shotgun, he's gonna have to wield way left, evading pressure still at the 20-yard line, and he gets that ball out of bounds at about the 15. That's gonna be a little bit over the line of scrimmage, not by much, maybe about a yard or two. He was able to extend that arm just a bit to get that football just over the line, but I don't think it was by much.
you know, if I was Rockland, I think I'd try to do a jet sweep at Taryn Williams right now. It's a solid play for Rockland.
Well, it's 3rd and 12, and the jet sweeps have worked pretty well for Williams all season. But maybe here, this is where you go to Jordan DePina's passing. Maybe this is where you use his arm talent. He only has about 400 passing yards on the season. I think maybe right here, this is where you show that DePina is not just a rushing quarterback, he is capable of throwing the ball, which he very much is. And they might do that here. They have no receivers left, trips right, tight in on the line. And DePina's going to take that, look to pass, and he fires one in the end zone for Taryn Williams, overthrown a bit to the left, and that's going to set up 4th and 12.
And my reasoning behind that prediction of the play call was seeing East Bridgewater's pressure there for plays.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Harry. 4th and 12. And it looks like Rockland is not going to bring out PAT. They're going to keep going for it here. And I don't blame them. When it's the first quarter, you have that ability to be aggressive like that. But they are at the 16-yard line. And it's 4th and 13, 4th and 12. So your options of what you can do are limited. It's really either touchdown or go broke here. Dom White on the right. He's subbing in for the first time. Tyler Greener on the left. And Taryn Williams in the slot left. And they're going to get that offsides call on the defense. So Rockland will gain an extra 5 yards there. We'll see if they call it with the referee microphone.
Dead ball. Neutral on the track to the defense. 5-yard penalty. It'll be
So Rockland moves forward an extra 5 yards, setting up 4th and 7, makes it a little bit more favorable than 4th and 12. And I do want to thank the referee for knowing how to use a microphone. You would think that it's easier than it is, but it's actually pretty difficult, and props to the ref for being able to manage that and refereeing. Pass to Tom White, well over his head, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Setting up East Bridgewater with the football at their own 11-yard line. 89 yards of gridiron to go before they hit the goal line. Oh, sorry, you can go first, Harry. I was going to say, we haven't seen much of Bowman yet. He's really the name to watch for East Bridgewater. His only run that I can distinctly remember was a tackle for loss by Joe Werner, so maybe they begin to utilize it here a bit more, but we'll see how this game pans out. There's only a minute to go in the first quarter, so I don't think much will be done, at least now, but going into the second quarter, I think it will be a bit different. Sorry to cut you off, Harry, I didn't mean to do that. Cole out of the shotgun, takes a snap, hands that one off to number 23. And he's going to evade some tackles before being taken down by Tyler Beeman. Number 23 is Aiden Clancy. He's a junior.
I was just going to add that so far in this game, I haven't seen the, for a better way to phrase it, stupid mistakes that Rockland has been making earlier in the season. Like all of the false starts, the neutral zone infractions. Just bad discipline. I have not been seeing it in this game.
Full hand off to Clancy, goes for about a yard. That's going to set up third down. Looks like third and 4. Full hand off again to number 34, James Madden. He'll pick up the first down. He's still got room to run, but he is taken down on the left sideline on the tackle. And first down is Bridgewater. They're the East Bridgewater Marching Band. They're one of the only marching bands that I've seen come to an away game. But good for them for having the props to show up on a holiday. That's the end of the first quarter. Rockland 7, East Bridgewater 0, as both teams are heading off now to their sidelines. Rockland's played a good game of football so far, unable to punch it in on that last drive, but, and I'm hearing some rather distasteful words from the coaching staff on the sideline, but I suppose that's what you'd expect. We'll be right back after this very short stoppage in play on, can't say Friday Night Football, actually, it's Thanksgiving Day special. We'll be right back on WRPS. Thank you, and please stay tuned in.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I burned through all my stats.
Yeah, I've burned through all my. I have to actually start analyzing the game. I burned through all my the seniors till last day. So now I gotta.
Oh, we're still live on this thing. Whoops.
Yeah, I can't really mute you guys.
Yeah, we're trying. It's odd to manage because we got cameras up here too, and now we're managing like the Instagram and YouTube live streams, so it's a little bit difficult. But we're managing. We've got Luca Bonick over here on the sideline. He's been our camera guy all season. All right, we're gonna get going in a few seconds. We're going now. All right, turned our master volume back up. It's 1st and 10, East Bridgewater inside their own territory still. That's a handoff to the left side of the field. That's one going to go to Clancy, and he tiptoes out of bounds. He's going to be taken down at about the 34-yard line. It's going to be second and medium.
Some great blocking by the East Bridgewater offense. They really allowed that play to get a lot more yards than it would have.
Second and 8. Cole bounces off his running back, but he stiff arms Jake Marzaluk. That's Clancy. Clancy's a strong runner, by the way. He just trucks from basically 2 defenders on Rockland and gets out of bounds, tackled by Tyler Beaner, just shy of the first down marker. It's going to be third and very short if they didn't get the first down. Yeah, Ethan Poole, I believe he's a sophomore, junior. Yeah, he's a junior quarterback. Haven't seen many junior quarterbacks this season. A lot of times when we go up against teams and seniors, we did see a sophomore quarterback in Millbury. He had a very talented arm. But Poole's directly under center, and he's going to QB dive that one. Tush push, as the Philadelphia Eagles call it, and he is going to get pretty decent yardage for a QB dive. Going to get that one up to the 43-yard line, about 3-4 yards on the carry. That sets up 1st and 10. Yeah, East Bridgewater again. They're 3-7 on the season. Not a terrifically good year for them. I'm not entirely sure if they made the playoffs because they are Division 6, I believe. We are Division 7 now in Rockland. And that's, again, hold directly under center. Coach LaCour saying sweep, which it is. That was going to go to Clancy. Can't be tackled by Sadaman, but tackled by D'Souza. And that's going to go about a yard over the line of scrimmage. I can say for the Division 7 playoffs that though Rockland lost to Clinton 49-6, Clinton just lost to the undefeated Uxbridge in the conference final. I want to say the score was 35-14. 15. 30, yes, I think that sounds right. Pull out of the shotgun, and he's going to
37
around. I think it was 37. And a lot of hectic stuff going on behind the line of scrimmage. East Bridgewater looks a little disorganized, and there's a flag on the play. East Bridgewater is going to march back here. That play that just looks kind of bungled from the start. So that false start sets up now 2nd and 15. I know, it is great. It's 50-50 on whether the mic's going to work, and today obviously working very well. One receiver far left, that's number 4. It's Brennan Shea who's on the far left. No receivers right. Pull drops back, he's going to fall out right to pass, and that's number 9 on the reception. He gets that ball right to the 50-yard line, pushed out of bounds by Tom White. Number 9 on the reception, that's Trayvon Lawson. And he had quite a bit of run to work there. That's the first pass of the game for East Bridgewater, I want to say. First pass.
I remember the first drive they tried around that 30.
I'm sorry, that's not the first successful pass. He had a pass to Gavin McLeod a couple of plays ago. Pull directly under center. Fullback dive right at the middle to Trayvon Lawson, and he is taken down, wrapped up, ball comes loose. Ref signal, East Bridgewater ball still, but that sets up 4th down.
Interesting to see if EB runs the fullback dive a little bit more, since that was the play that was plagued Rock throughout this later part of the season. That I believe the Sandwich game, the Clinton game, the fullback dive has historically been Achilles heel.
Yeah, and any team who watches film on Rock will know that. So I think we're still potentially going to see more fullback dives this year. Cole is out of the shotgun. He's got 2 guys behind him. Takes the snap. Handoff is going to go right to Clancy, who has room up the middle, and he is taken down by Brandon Camo and Taryn Williams, but not after gaining about 10, 11 yards on the carry. That sets up 1st down and 10. Now inside Rockland territory. And we only have about 9 minutes to go in the first half of the play. Pull out of the shotgun, same play as before, handoff to Clancy up the middle. This time, a bit of a smaller result. He's only going to gain about 7 yards, but there is a flag on the play right in the backfield. We'll see what the play call is here. Because it's at the quarterback, I have to imagine it's a false start. But we'll wait for the call here. I wasn't paying attention enough to see what was going on in the backfield after Clancy had already gotten the ball. So that holding call moves Rockland back now, or moves East Bridgewater back 10 yards. We're going to have a brief timeout here as both teams are going to talk this one out. And it's going to be 2nd and 20, or 1st and 20, excuse me, when they come back. East Bridgewater has shown that they can get out of these far situations. And it was in the first quarter they struggled a little bit, but East Bridgewater's been moving the ball pretty well on this drive. Wouldn't be surprised if they're able to slowly cut into this 1st and 20, making it 2nd and 10, 3rd and 5, to get that 1st down. The Rockland's defense, they need to step it up a little bit. But
Leading has proved that their run game is very strong this first half of play. Especially these last few plays, just right up the middle, getting almost 15 yards.
Well, I will say, without Chris Oman, we're yet to see in this game. It's been, it's been Aiden Clancy basically all game. A couple of James Madden plays here and there, but Aiden Clancy's so far having a great game. out behind the quarterback. He's been a fun player to watch. Very strong, I will say that. He trucked through a couple defensive backs a bit farther back on the field. But it's now going to be 1st and 20. Rockland looking to get a stop here when they definitely could use one. Momentum has been in East Bridgewater's favor now for the last couple of minutes. However, it is still 7-0. So Rockland's been playing good defense up to this point. Pull out of the shotgun, takes the snap, hands that one off to James Madden, and he's going to be stifled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to go for a loss of about 3. Brandon Camo's in on that tackle, and I believe Jojo Coronel as well. Camera operator left for a minute to go chat it up with some football players. 2nd and 23, and that's a pass to the right side of the field intended for number 4, Brennan Shea, but it goes out of bounds, and instead it's 3rd and 23. Third and 23. Cole hits his man number 14, Logan Williams, on the sideline, and he is not going to go anywhere. Only gaining about 4 yards on the reception, not nearly enough for a first down. We'll see how East Bridgewater treats a 4th and very long here. Definitely not in field goal range. Will they go for it? Could see them doing it. Would they punt? I would say that makes more sense. And they're going to have Tim Heath back deep to punt. Watch that fake punt. They do the same thing Rockland does, where the punter will roll way out to the right side of the field. He won't do that this time, however. Back deep to receive Jordan Apina, but that ball is on the very far left side of the field, goes out of bounds before the 20-yard line. They're going to spot that probably around the 22.
So your prediction is good.
And Hayden Hatch out there right now instead of Jordan Apina. Something that we only saw ever.
I see Jordan Apina out there, I believe.
Is he out there? He's at the running back position. Somewhere we haven't seen him all season. Hayden Hatch directly under center. We only saw him under center. And Hatch hands that one off to the running back. He has room to run here as he breaks through. Now at the 50-yard line. It's a foot race to the end zone. Can he get there? Jordan Apina. He won't score, but he will get all the way well within the red zone, inside the 10-yard line, maybe with inside the 5. Jordan Apina with a fantastic run there, gets that from his own 22 to now inside the opposing 5. That's a gain of about 75, 80 yards. Fantastic carry by number 2.
Rockland's gamble if that play worked out. Jay's quarterback taking a snap. Wow, I did not expect that. I haven't seen that from Rockland this entire season.
And they're going to run it back again. Hatch out, or directly under center. Erner, Keegan Butler, and Depina in the backfield. They're going to hand that one off to Depina. And on the far right side, he walks into the end zone. Rockland touchdown, and now off 13-0. Depina now with 18 touchdowns on the season. An incredible stat from a running back or a player, I should say, who will certainly go down in Rockland history as one of the best to play at Veterans Memorial Stadium.
It's really nice to see him not be in.
Common 3 steps back, 2 to the left, and holding is Josh Benson on that PAT. Snap is good, kick is up, and that goes through the uprights, 14-0. Yeah, that was a really awesome run by Jordan Depina right there, and you saw why he's been the focal point of this offense right there. Depina, last year, was the running back 2, and that was, of course, behind Jake Colstring, as Colstring and Moriarty and Leander, all those guys, as they graduated. Pina really had to step up and to be the QB1 of this team, and he's done a wonderful job. Fantastic season. Fantastic way to end off your high school football career. And I'm certain that he'll be playing somewhere collegiately this upcoming season. So Common will be set to kick this one away from his own 40-yard line. Back deep to receive, number 5, O'Donovan for East Bridgewater. And I'm going to take a sip of my coffee as it gets a little bit cold out. I'm really looking forward, Harry, to sitting back, having some nice turkey and ham and stuffing tonight. As is Luca Mondo, our camera operator. And as is, I would imagine, most of the country. Common now to kick this one off. And that one, onside kick, that's going to bounce at about the 50-yard line. Fielded by number 24 at about his own 48, number 24 for East Bridgewater. That is Robert Avila, Jr. Yeah, Thanksgiving, this is our first time covering the Thanksgiving Day special. Was not able to cover it last year. That game was in East Bridgewater. Of course, we let the East Bridgewater team handle that one. And this year it's in Rockland. Now, this is my last high school football game that I will ever be commentating as a high schooler, which is a little bit bittersweet, but hopefully next year I can come back and be a special commentator. That's a handoff to Aiden Clancy on the right outside sub part of the field. Stiff arms the man, and now is a foot race to the end zone. He will get there, it looks like. Aiden Clancy runs that one into the end zone, and after an outside run and a really good stiff arm, I believe that was on Tyler Beener, he ran no problem into that end zone, and that right there is a prime example of the strength of Clancy, and we just saw it right there. I did not think that he would be a major part of this game as he is, and that's a really good stiff arm right there. That was like Derrick Henry-esque. Tim Heath now for the PAT. To put himself down to 7 now, and that kick is going to move back 5 yards. Looks like a false start call.
Dead ball. Home slot of the offense. 5-yard penalty. Retry.
So they'll retry that one from 5 yards farther back. Now kicking from his own 15-yard line, so 10. Heath's kick is very low, oh my goodness. And that one is nowhere near the uprights, 14-6.
I just want to add that by the end of halftime, we will be live with on-field footage, I believe. And we'll see more of this then.
That is very good to hear. I know that you guys obviously are wanting to see this game rather than just our beautiful faces. And we will have that. It's only about 7 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half, so when that ends, we'll set up the technology and all that good stuff. And you will be able to watch the live footage of this Thanksgiving Day game. So Heath will kick this one away from now his own 40-yard line. I want to take a quick sip of my coffee. I gotta get some varsity pants for you guys. It's fun for $5. With the male ones. Corey's talking to his return team real quick. I see number 82, Will Carpini, right there. Apparently, there's some word going around that I talk trash about Will Carpini on commentary. I don't think that's necessarily true. I don't think I'm a big trash talker of Will Carpini, am I?
I'd say last game, especially with that missed tackle, you said some words about Will Carpini.
It's definitely, some words. You know what? I get the right of way with that, and I always will. It's my little brother I'm talking about, of course. That one's a squib kick, fielded by number 87, Brandon Camo, and he's going to return that for himself. Gets tackled at his own 44-yard line. And with that, Rockland's offense will get set up their last drive was only 2 plays long. Jordan DePina had 1 carry of about 75, and then another carry of about 5 yards to score a touchdown. East Bridgewater was able to cut their drive in half and only have a little play long. So maybe we'll cut it in half.
That'd be interesting to see.
Hayden Hatch under center again. DePina way back, and that's a handoff to Joe Werner. And he will truck through the East Bridgewater defender, get taken down at about the 49-yard line. Another powerful run by number 31, who, again, we saw more earlier this season. His usage has declined a little bit, but still strong as ever when you run the ball.
It's pretty interesting to see Hayden Hatch taking all these varsity snaps, especially being a sophomore.
Yeah, and that's why he's getting this letter this year. I mean, that's the handoff to DePina on the left side, and he's going to break free. Gets taken down. First down, gain of about 7 or 8 yards. Yeah, Hayden Hatch, I've been in my fair share of JV games. He's a JV quarterback. Hasn't played football. He's a sophomore right now. Hadn't played football since, I believe, 5th grade. But he's got an arm, man. I'll tell you that. Hayden Hatch's got a pretty talented arm. And next year, there's going to be a bit of a QB battle, I heard. There's a freshman named Dustin Ayers, I believe. At least the word that I've heard on the street is that there's going to be a bit of a varsity QB battle between this upcoming freshman and Hatch, who will be a junior next year. That's a handoff right at the middle, and that one goes virtually nowhere. That's only going to go for about a yard, maybe even less. But yeah, unfortunately I won't be here next year. Harry will be here, Luca will be here, Seth will be here, I believe. But I will not be here. I will be at some university, hopefully doing this for that university. But I would like to be back. So hopefully you'll see me for at least one football game commentating, DePina handoff on the right side of the field. That's an inside run, and he'll pick up about 3 yards, maybe 2 on the carry. That sets up 3rd and medium. Harry's taking over as play-by-play. Harry, I got all my faith in you, man.
Thankful for the opportunity to do play-by-play. It's very fun to be able to get to the game for free.
Yeah, exactly. And Coach McSweeney's not calling you ridiculous. He's calling that playing ridiculous. Handoff to DePina goes for a loss of about a yard. It's now 4th and 8. Rockland's going to presumably punt here after a drive that started off pretty promising. Is going to go for naught. Yep, they're putting on punt here. So 14-6 still, but if EB gets the ball here and they're able to punt this one, or excuse me, they're able to get this off the punts and go down and score, they can tie it up going into halftime, which is really not the situation that Rockland wanted to be in. Watch that motion from Dom White. We've seen it a lot on these punts. No motion, but that's a direct snap to Taryn Williams. He slips up in the backfield, and that's just bad based on the environment they were playing in. Williams went to go cut and plant his feet on the ground, and he slipped on the baseball field, on the baseball diamond, I should say. So that's just unfortunate. I mean, it was 4th and 8, and as much as I love Taryn Williams, I don't know if they were going to convert that anyway. It was a bit of a risky play. But East Bridgewater now with the ball at their own 47-yard line, and with 4 minutes and 10 seconds to go until halftime, they have plenty of time to go down and score a touchdown. Now it's time to see if they can materialize.
That was a wildcat, correct?
Is this a what?
No,
that was a punt. That's a handoff to James Madden, who has a hole, and he breaks through, can't be tackled, and instead has to run out of bounds after gaining about 9 yards. Coach LaCorey and most of the coaching staff really not happy with this defensive play. Cole out of the shotgun, takes that snap, hands it off to the right side, inside run by Clancy. He'll get the first down. 5 yards on the carry, setting up 1st and 10.
Clancy's really been the powerhouse of this DB offense. I think he probably has around like 50, 60 yards this game. I didn't really expect that from him. I was more expecting Holmes.
Coleman, yeah, he must be injured. James Madden, and he's tackled by Tyler Beener. All of this Rockland coaching staff looking for a hold, and I can't really blame them. That was a pretty clear hold. The refs just didn't see that. And if you can hear some lovely words being spoken on the far left side of this booth. Pull out of the shotgun. He's got 2 receivers left, nobody right. And that's a handoff on the right side of the field to James Madden. He's going to have to cut out way right, and he's tackled by Taryn Williams. Gain of about 2 yards on the carry. And kind of competing for audio here. 3rd and 8. 3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go in the first half of football. Ball drops back to pass, fires one deep, intended for number 4, Brennan Shea, and he completes that pass, setting up first down. Good pass with good reception there. That's going to go for about 13 yards. 1st and 10, not quite in the red zone yet for East Bridgewater, but very much closing in. Stops the clock at 2:40, or at least it should stop the clock, so we're out of bounds. Full handoff to Clancy on the right side of the field. Missed tackle by Sadamid, taken down instead by Tyler Beener and Dominic White.
So I'll just give all of the DB offense line just like a bunch of caffeine right now. It seems they really woke up.
Well, there has been a couple of missed holding calls. I will say that. I'm noticing, just watching this offensive line. That's handoff to number 23, Clancy. And they're going to get a flag on the play. Jordan Keane on the tackle alongside JoJo Cornell. And we'll see what the flag is here. Actually, 2 flags. We'll see what the referee on it.
By number 87, Brandon Cameau. Number 2, Jordan Keane.
We'll wait just a minute here. I believe the referee will be speaking in just a few moments. All right, let's see how it goes.
Holding. Still 2nd down.
So that holding call that Rockland's been looking for now for the last couple of plays, that one is called, and that sets up 2nd and 13.
That Mike's giving me hell this entire season.
Pull out of the shotgun. He's got 2 people behind him, James Madden, and to his right is Aiden Clancy. Takes the snap, and he's going to drop back to pass. He has pressure coming in from Brandon Cameau. Will he get the ball off in time? He gets a pretty good block, and now he's going to go back to the left side of the field in the center after he finds a pocket again. Completes the pass. And that pass was to number 9. That's Trayvon Lawson. I've called his name a couple times now. But that was a lot of scramble. Oh, there's a flag right by back where the quarterback was. I believe that's going to be a holding call on East Bridgewater, which will again move them back even further after that. Really, I would say really stellar playmaking right there by number 8, Ethan Pohl.
Personal foul. Blindside block on the offense. 15-yard penalty to bring this ball. Still 2nd down.
15-yard penalty right there.
That sounds so good. Oh my god.
And it's now going to be 2nd and, wow. Let me do some quick math here. I'm not even entirely sure. 2nd and,
That puts the Vikings back to the 40.
2nd and 20-something. 2nd and high 20s. I don't think 2nd and 30. Yeah, not quite 2nd and 30, but 2nd and very close to it. So that blindside block sets up East Bridgewater with a really unfavorable position now. Pull out of the shotgun. Clancy and Madden are next to him. Hand off to Clancy on the right side of the field. He cuts back in, and he is tackled at the line of scrimmage He'll pick up about 2 yards on that carry. Brandon Camo, Tyler Beener, JoJo Parnell on that tackle. So, it'll be 1 minute and 20 seconds to go in the first half of this Thanksgiving Day special. Timeout East Bridgewater, that's what the referee is trying to say. We will be back in just a few moments here. Rockland 14, East Bridgewater 6. 80 seconds to go in the first half of play. We will be right back on WRPS.
Keep that halftime rush to the
Remind everyone, interview with Mark Yule, and that we're going to be streaming the field after that.
Now try to maintain views because right now we don't have it. We don't have the front camera, so we're gonna try to keep the views up. You know.
We got 8 viewers on YouTube. Or is that Instagram? I'm not sure. We got 2 iPads set up here. One of them's YouTube, one of them's Instagram. I'm not sure which one.
You also might want to talk to Mark about his Christmas traditions and stuff like that.
We're going to try to get it
Send Luca.
We're back now on WRPS. Third down and very, very long now for East Bridgewater. They have 5 receivers out there, and Pole's going to fire that one on the sideline of number 14, Logan Williams. Ref rules that incomplete, and it's not going to be 4th and extremely long. I can't imagine East Bridgewater goes for it here.
Just punt it away.
Yeah,
at this point.
I mean, you're so far behind the chains at this point. There, it would be futile to not punt. So back deep to return are Jordan DePina, Taryn Williams, as we've seen all season. Back deep to punt for East Bridgewater is number 50, Tim Heath. Low punt. Heath's punt is high, and that one's going to go in DePina's direction on the near side of the field. And it's still rolling, and that one's fielded at Rockland's 4-yard line. Really good punt there by Heath, and that sets up Rockland for the poor field position. Now, well within their own
This kid donated.
side of the field. Excuse me. A little distracted there.
I'd like to add that at halftime we're going to have an interview with one of our analysts in the stand, and we're also going to start streaming the field after halftime. So stay here and you'll see a much better production quality.
Yeah, stay tuned. If you're watching this right now on Instagram or YouTube, please stay tuned. We're going to have a halftime analysis with Mark Ewell. We've had him all season. Really great guy, really good football knowledge. And don't forget that we will be presenting the field after this halftime break.
Like just things like that.
DePina is back out of the shotgun, no longer Hayden Hatch. Erner to his left. He's got 2 receivers left and 1 right. He's going to motion Taryn Williams, and that's a jet sweep to number 4. He's going to have plenty of field in front of him, but he is only going to gain about a yard or 2. Unable to do much with that play. Blocking was iffy on that play on the left side of the field, and that's kind of the reason for that. Whoa, watching out there, buddy. We got a camera right there. I don't. Oh, it's right there. We're trying to find somewhere to put Mr. Rajewski's coffee, and it's currently blocking a lot of things. Mr. Rajewski, if you could
As you
please
could tell there, I
get
said
your caffeinated beverage.
I said fudge as in my favorite Thanksgiving dessert, fudge.
So, we're a public access television channel, but
Come on.
Come on, I'm just advertising favorite Thanksgiving dessert.
1 receiver left, 2 right. Motion is Taryn Williams, and that is another fake jet sweep. Handoff, excuse me. Keeper right up the middle. That's not going to go for very many yards. We gain of about, say, 2 yards on that play. But either way, it's 3rd and long, and with that, the clock will expire. So, end of the first half, Rockland 14, East Bridgewater 6. Both teams now trotting back to their respective locker rooms. We will see you in just a few moments. Again, Mark Ewell coming on for this live stream, as are we. We'll be here for a brief halftime analysis. We'll have a short break after that, and following that short break, you guys will see a live presentation of Veterans Memorial Stadium, not just us. So hooray for that. We will be right back on WRPS. Please stay tuned. Mark will be up here in just a moment. Thank you.
down there and get me the Thanksgiving special. Aw, you. Please.
Come with me.
Harry, we're gonna stay up there.
It's gonna be posted somewhere.
Yeah.
What's it gonna be on?
So it'll be on WRPS's YouTube channel, which is WRPS Rockland. It will also be on our TV channel, which is out for Verizon. It's like free. I'm not sure what it is for Comcast.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll definitely be up somewhere.
It'll be up on YouTube.
Yeah. Of course. We're up to 8 viewers.
I'm gonna tell Seth that his stream from this one.
Any good comments? The myth, the legend, not really anything. Whatever live that is, this Instagram ended. Did you end it? No, it ended like literally right as the first half ended. So
From like your...
Do you want to save this? Do you want this? Not sure if it'll share. All right, we'll let that do it. Do you want to keep it live? I talked to.
We're going live with Mark in a second.
All right, we're live. So for this, a cool thing to do, I talked to Harry about it, is like try to get our lives. Be like, what do you guys do for Thanksgiving? You know, try to talk like that, and then ask Mark. And while Mark's answering, then they have time to respond and there's time to render in. Things like that. Like try to make it like a personable because it's holiday.
Yeah.
And do the
I'm gonna try to get that going.
Yeah. How we doing, guys? What's going on? Harry, you want to hop on camera so that they can see it? We are currently up in the booth.
Yeah, we're up top of the booth right now. It's like 45 degrees and not really that windy. We have a couple gusts here and there, but it's not bad weather up here. Starting to get some more. Oh, Jonathan Berry, Harry Holbrook.
Hello, Jonathan Berry.
You know where Mr.
On behalf of
I don't know where.
WRPS, I'd like to say happy Thanksgiving to all of you.
That's not that good. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Thank everyone for coming on WRPS's YouTube channel. I know. There you go. Not my microphone. Hold on. It's been a long time, Mark.
All right. Yeah, you pick whatever side you want to be on. Which one's mine?
What do you mean? Oh, that one.
That's mine. All right.
Hey, put it right in front of the camera, so.
Oh, I'm sorry. Alright, I gotta turn the master volume up real quick. Alright. Master volume up. Alright, we're back on WRPS. Of course, if you're watching this on YouTube or Instagram Live, we never left. But to my right is Harrison Holbrook and a new face, Mark Ewell. Mark, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you guys doing today?
I'm doing awesome, thank you. It's been a pretty good football game so far on this, I think, wonderful Thanksgiving morning.
Absolutely.
How do you think Rockland's playing so far, Mark?
So far, so good. Team looks really good. Score looks pretty close, but honestly, it looks like Rockland's doing whatever they want. They obviously got stopped on 4th down deep in Vikings territory, but second half, they just keep playing how they've been playing. I think they're going to be fine.
I agree with that a lot. I think the scoreboard doesn't really show what the actual gameplay is like. I think Rockland's been playing very well. Trying to think of some more questions. I don't know. I wasn't super prepared for this, I'll be completely honest.
Hey, it's Thanksgiving. You already got that turkey on your brain.
Yeah, exactly.
You're ready to go.
Yeah, that's my thing right now. Is I got Thanksgiving on the brain. I'm trying to worry about that. You know what, I will say this, is Rockland's band over there as well, or is that just East Bridgewater?
It's Rockland and East Bridgewater. It's our Thanksgiving Day game, so we always bring back alumni from previous years.
Oh, that's cool.
So we've got quite a big band over there, and always nice when we get East Bridgewater in the house too, because the bands are pretty close.
Yeah, you know, if you guys don't know, East Bridgewater, we're all up here on the booth, and all of a sudden we see this bus unload with a bunch of people in, like, band uniforms, and we're like, is that Rockland and band uniforms? All of a sudden we see the Viking logo, and we're like, oh my god, they brought East Bridgewater band here. I didn't know they did that, but they've done a great job, and I thought Rockland's obviously done a great job with them, so I don't know.
How do you think the game's going? What's your analysis?
My analysis, I think Rockland's playing good. You know, these are pretty evenly matched teams, despite the fact that Rockland's in a lower division. East Bridgewater's 3-7 on the year. Rockland's 6-4, but it evens out when you kind of realize that they're in different divisions. But this is a hot-blooded rivalry between EB and Rockland, and it's really fun to watch. You know, you see them kind of squabble with each other on the field and stuff. And I always love that about football. But I think the game has been going really well for Rockland. There's a couple of mistakes here and there, but Rockland has been, I would say, dominating this game. I would say keep Hayden Hatchett in at quarterback and put DePina in at running back. That worked really well to start off when they started it off on that one drive. I think they should keep going with that, but that would be kind of my analysis for it. I would be surprised if Rockland loses this game. Is my summative analysis.
See, I wasn't gonna put it like that, but now that you put it like that, the jinx is on you, not on me.
Yeah. So if we lose, it's really bad for me.
What do you guys do for
They're going
Thanksgiving?
to comment it.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Harry, what's your analysis on the game, though?
I like seeing Rockland use different plays than what they've been typically using this season. I like seeing Joe Ernie get some more play time, get some more snaps again. In the beginning of the season, he was heavily utilized, especially in that West Bridgewater game. Then we really saw his utilization slowly drop off as Terry Williams got more jet sweeps. But seeing him back getting some few yards every now and then, it's nice. Strong play.
What do you guys do for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, what's our Thanksgiving plans? I can tell you mine. Mine are going to be at my house, eating a lot of turkey, eating a lot of whatever. And I know my grandparents are coming over. We're hosting this year. This is the first time for a couple of years. But yeah, pretty low key, but looking forward to it.
Yeah, I know I'm going up to my aunt's house and see all of my mom's family there. It should be fun.
Nice.
They always make like 2 turkeys, a ham. It's amazing.
Everyone, I'm just chilling at home. The whole family comes over. We host, and a lot of turkey, a lot of watching football, and a lot of relaxing.
And Luca Bonnet finally delivered the hot chocolate.
We got hot
special.
chocolate.
Black
Hey, where's
coffee.
mine up here? Luca, we're live.
Our delivery person, Luca Bonnet, didn't get the
Luca,
memo.
get in here. What do you do for Thanksgiving?
Get Luca.
Cameraman Luca, everybody.
Luca Bonacchi, all props to Luca. This guy's been running our camera for the last couple weeks, and Luca's done a really great job. So, Luca, thank you very much. Luca, what are your plans for Thanksgiving? That's what we're talking about right now.
I don't even know.
You don't know?
No.
He lives here. Is that your house or not?
Yeah, it's on my house.
That's part of the plan.
He's gonna eat dinner underneath the bridge on 93.
Hopefully turkey.
Hopefully turkey.
Turkey and gravy.
Not McDonald's. I'm sorry.
No disrespect.
Yeah, we're just kind of chilling up here. It's a bit more low key, if you guys can't tell, than normal. It's the last game of the season.
Ask them what their plans are.
Let's get some fan interaction. What are we doing for Thanksgiving? I'd love to see what you guys want to say.
Hey guys, how you doing?
We love the fan interaction. This
Happy
is kind of a
Thanksgiving.
new setup that we have with the Instagram and the YouTube live stream going on simultaneously with the camera. So I'd love to have some fan interaction, see what you guys are thinking.
We should be live on YouTube.
And yeah, we will be live. You won't just see our beautiful faces. You guys will see the field. But that will be in about 4 minutes. Of course, halftime ends in just about 4 minutes. Both teams coming out of the locker room soon. But we'll have a brief pause right now. Again, I'm Ben Carpini alongside Harrison Holbrook, Mark Ewell. We have Luca Bonnet on a couple seconds ago, and of course, Mr. Seth Rajewski for running this whole entire production. But we'll be right back on WRPS. Again, I'm Ben Carpini, and we will see you in just a few moments.
Good job, guys. Thank you guys for having me as always.
Yeah, thank you, Mark.
Mark, Harry, you got to continue this next year. This is fun.
Mark, I think
I'm doing play-by-play.
I think you've solidified your place as the official halftime analysis.
Yeah.
We gotta get someone with Mike on the sideline reporter next.
We used to have that. Brandon, but Brandon And I wish I could commentate the whole game. It's fun.
It's so fun.
So away games next year.
Yeah.
Let me know.
You know
Make
what?
it happen.
You know what'd be cool? Like you know how the ESPN at halftime, how they have the table.
The death.
Yeah, they
Let's
right
get
on
that.
the field. Let's get that. Let's get that. That'd be sick.
All right, so we got Harry. You got some fans in the chat. You got a Harry Holbrook.
Yeah, Harry has names.
Can we get who your favorite commentator is here? We got Mark, we got Harry, we got Ben, and we got Luca. Who do you like to hear from? Oh, the camera's on the
Yeah,
side.
kind of.
I'm so used to it being on the front. That's why I put my
Yeah.
phone there. Who do you guys like to hear from, and who do you guys want to hear from more?